Welcome back to our crazy shop. Or to be more precise, it's not a shop, it's closed. Remember, we cannot sell anything to customers. We also cannot buy any land, so we can only go up from here. We've already done quite a bit. We've already done tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, and we are well advanced into tier 5. We've already done the advanced fertilizer, we've done the steel in the last episode, and today we're gonna do relics and probably more. I did say in the last episode that we want to do the relics at the bottom floor because we're already producing so much wood as a byproduct of the gloom fungus production over here. Alright, so we have all of this wood that actually goes into those tools here, and we're gonna need to do something with it. Alright, so this is what we're gonna start doing. We build over here this new thing. This is a relic maker. You can see it over here. Shaper. It's basically like a 3D printer. You can see we're starting to 3D print. And for this first relic called the Jupiter, which you can sell one for 30 silver, so that's 30,000 coin, right? We're gonna need planks, we're gonna need small wooden gears and wooden pulley. Again, this is why we're doing that here, because there's so many planks, as well as the planks can be transformed easily into wooden gears, and planks are also needed for the wooden pulley. So it makes sense to make it here. Basically, if you look over here, it says 120 for the planks. So we're just sending a belt from here and from there, just in case one is empty and the other is not. But one belt is basically enough. Then we need 180 of the small wooden gear. So actually one belt is not enough, we have two belts, because one belt, remember, is limited to 120. And how do we make the small wooden gear? Remember, it's not that hard. You just take the large wooden gears, and the large wooden gears are made where am I making them? Here. They are made over here under this bridge into those grinders. There's 10 planks to 10 large wooden gear. So we're trying to make 180, right? 180 divided here by 15 is actually 12, right? So we have 12 of these. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 there, so this should basically always be full. We're making enough. And 12 times the 5 here, that is 60 of the large wooden gear. So that's just 6 of these over here, and that's just 60 planks, so totally fine. And then last but not least, we need 60 wooden pulleys. This is the last one I've created over here. But yeah, you can see this is going fast. We're already at 30% of this relic. I just started it. The pulleys, we need 60 of them. This one assembler makes 15 per minute. So that's 4 assemblers over here, right? This will require 4 times 30 of wood. That's 120. So perfect. That's just one belt here that comes from there. The only other thing we need, which is not wood, is those linen rope, and we need 60 of them, right? 15 times 4, that's 60. That's going to come from this belt over here. You can see that one of these processors will make 10 linen ropes, so to get 60 we need 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each of these will take 20 linen thread. So what I've done is just put the linen thread right next to it, like in the back. And each of these will take 60 flax fiber, right? So that is basically 120 times 3, and so that's exactly what we're doing. Oh wait, no, I made a mistake. Nobody told me anything. Okay, that is why it's not working at full speed. No, it's not a mistake, sorry, my bad. So one of these takes 20, so indeed times 6, that's 120, perfect. And then each of these is making 120 thanks to the fertilizer. So the fertilizer is the only thing that needs to be done for this to work, plus money obviously to buy those logs. To bring in the fertilizer just from upstairs, if you look over here, I mean, we're actually pretty full, right? We are full on, so I think now that this is working at full speed, we're actually making way more fertilizer than what we need. So we're totally fine. And yeah, just sending that fertilizer here down all the way in the back. The reserve here, just in case needed. But yeah, this is making 120 each, transform into 120 flax fiber, then we divide it into 2 to make those linen thread, and then to make the linen rope, and that's it. So, you know, here, this is a belt of 120, so that's why it's not full. It basically should be half full at any point in time when you get here, which I think that's what it is, right? You can see there is one space, one space, one space. So it is producing at 60 perfectly, and everything else should be totally fine too. So I think we are, you know, kind of making this a 100% efficient production. Still takes quite a bit of time to produce this Jupiter, so that's the problem, especially given that we have a quest here that requires 1 Jupiter. So there's still 1 more day though, but I'd love to be able to do it ASAP. I don't have any there now, but that's not where it ends. You know, we're going to be able, potentially we could sell them to the shop. Now the reality is we're not selling anything in the shop, so we don't care. More importantly, we have this knowledge altar over here. So what I'm gonna do is, I think we're gonna do something like this, where I want to store some, but then the other we're gonna want to send into the knowledge altar. So I'll see you in a minute when we actually have a Jupiter, and I can show you what we're gonna do with it. Okay, so I've sold one of the relics, but we also have another one. So let's build this knowledge altar over here, and we're gonna need to feed this where is it? We're gonna need to feed it. Oh, come on, we need to feed the relic to it, and I'll show you what's gonna happen. So it is, what has happened is that we have gained some experience. Thanks to this, we're gaining some experience. Now this is, you know, great, because that experience will enable us to then gain points over here. And sort of linked to it, you will see also that we have the relic knowledge line here. This will enable to get more points out of those relics. So now we have, you know, 2 strategies. One could be we start using that point to improve what we're doing, like for example get more money, or we can try to put more and more points just into the relics so that we get more relics points, you know, kind of one all the time. I'm gonna do it slightly differently, which is I'm going to store relics, and then when I have a few relics, actually let's destroy those 2. Let's just put one like this for now. So I'm going to just store relics, right? And then when I have a few relics, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to say reset points, and I put all of my available points at that point here. Then I will send a lot of the relics in to get a lot of points, and then, you know, we'll reset again, and I'll play normally. And then a couple of you know, minutes later, we'll have a few more there, and we'll do it again. So that's gonna be the idea, and that's why also I put a storage there rather than something else. Let's delete this one and put big storage. I can even actually store. I can wait until this is full plus this is full and then do it. But for now, we just gain 1 point, so we can decide where to use it. I think at that point, it's either getting a bit more money from my quest again, because it's not like I'm completely rich like crazy, or we can start getting a bit more from fuel or fertilizer. I'm gonna start with the quest, in particular to try to get maybe to this one here, to get even more quests every day. But I think all of the choices are good choices at this point. Okay, now if we go back to our research, so we've done all of this, done all of that, we haven't done turquoise yet. As soon as we unlock it, or as soon as we get there, this is gonna start being requested, so we need to do it at some point. Now, it's not so easy as you can see, we will need some potions, so I need to think about where we're gonna do this. We also have there, you know, some things that are pretty new, right? And then here, this is going to require even more gloom spores, so we're gonna need to keep that in mind before we can get to the transformation potion. The other thing too, and by the way, look at this, getting another Jupiter, great. The other thing we can think about is I do still have a few old-fashioned, not here, old-fashioned charcoal here, right? We may want to destroy this and transform it into kind of the more advanced one. If we look at the top here, we are making, you know, good reserve of steels. We have also some steel. I just took some in my inventory, so this is working fine. This is working fine. Here it is. So continue to expand the next floor. So you may remember over here we used to have all those nurseries for the red currant. But now that we moved to advanced fertilizer, each of them is making 60. We don't need all 4. So what I did is I moved one to sage, one to flax. They're going here above. They're being, you know, grinded into the powder and into the flax fiber over here, so that we can make some potions. We're making, to be precise, 20 potions here, exactly 20. And that's enough for 2 of these, 2 assemblers to make turquoise, so 10 turquoise per minute. In total, this does require 120 of sand per minute, so we had to make sand. Now I already had one, ooh, almost fell. Already had one layer here of stone that I was not using yet. So now we're using it, right? Making some sand. And you may remember this is making 60 of stone. We have 12 of those grinders, so that's gonna make 60 of sand. And then I put another one here doing the same thing. So that should actually be the 120. I mean, you can see over here, yes, the belt is full. And so yeah, with this, we've started to make already quite a bit of turquoise. And I keep some in my inventory because, you know, even how lucky I am, I'm pretty sure that I already have a quest asking for it. Every time I unlock something, here it is. I knew it. Every time I unlock something, I get a quest with it. And then we have another quest here too. Okay, so we're gonna obviously give those 2 quests to make sure we have money. But look, I think this is probably the first time we have this belt here full of money, which means, you know, we have rotten logs everywhere, but we also have 2,000 in reserves for all of these already. So it is quite a lot for sure of money stuck here. Let's also have a quick look. We've already made 2 Jupiters, a 3rd one almost done, so that's great. That is great. Next, we basically only have that line here. I mean, this is... Oh, maybe I can show you that just after. Oh, and while we're here too, let me show you that I've done a couple of workbench level. My inventory is now at level 4. My potion belt is also at level 4, so that means I sleep a lot less. And building tools, we can also do level 4. This is the steel ingots, and that's gonna unlock something really critical. That is unlocking in the build menu at the bottom. This is unlocking these, the pillars. And then I can start putting those pillars instead of walls. So I think that's what we're gonna start doing. That way it makes it also kind of cleaner. I'm gonna see everything and I'm gonna be able to move even easier across the board. But yeah, we should put some pillars to make sure, you know, the thing doesn't fall apart. I don't know if we can, yeah, we can also do that one. The clothes is still there, but that's fine. So let me work on this, like putting pillars across the board. It does cost some steel, so wait until you have steel to do this. And you don't need a pillar every time, like every place. I think probably a pillar here, there, maybe one here, one there should be enough. We'll see in a second. But then we're gonna want to move also into the yeast powder, then transform into gloom spores, and then into transformation potion. So let's start with the yeast. Oh, I'm low on money. Okay. So I'm gonna do some quests, so I'll have some money. Anyway, let's see in a minute. Okay, and it is. Reorganized. You can see the stairs are all in the front, except unfortunately on the first level. I can't place them here. And I can't really place them there either without deleting a lot of things. So for now, I've kept those stairs in the back, which is pretty annoying. But for all the other levels, as you can see, this is just always in the same place. Like here, there, here, there, here, there. And we can continue going up. At first level, that's completely empty, and I can make another, etc. So again, expansion, easy going forward. Our factory definitely looks very strange now. But ladies and gentlemen, I think this is a good end to this episode. in the next one, we can definitely focus on those gloom spores, making sure we create all of this, we do the transformation potion, and we can move to the next level. So that was once more some really good progress. Hope you're still enjoying this series. Do tell me in the comments below any requests for blueprints or things like this, and I hope to see you next time.